Hello and welcome to the Galeblade News. The World Meteorological Organization says there's a growing chance that global temperatures will rise more than 1.5 degrees over the next 5 years compared to pre-industrial levels. It assesses a 20% chance that the threshold will be broken in 1 year for 2024 and a 70% chance it will be broken in 1 or more months in those 5 years. Scientists say it shows the tough task of controlling climate change levels. The 2015 Paris Accord had tasked world leaders with certain goals. It committed them to pursue efforts to try to keep the world from warming by more than 1.5 Celsius this century. Then this new assessment, carried out by the UK's Met Office for the World Meteorological Organization, says there's a growing chance that this level will be breached. Researchers say that the Earth's average annual temperature is already more than 1 Celsius higher than it was in the 1850s, and will probably stay around this level over the next 5 years. Previous studies have put the short-term chances of going above 1.5 Celsius at 10%. Now that's now doubled, say the climate modelers, and it's increasing with time. Some parts of the world will feel this rising heat more than others, with the scientists saying that the Arctic will probably warm by twice the global average this year. They also predict that over the coming 5 years, there will be more storms over Western Europe thanks to rising sea levels. The assessment considers natural variability as well as the impact of carbon emissions from human activities. However, the models don't take account of the fall-off in CO2 emissions caused by the coronavirus pandemic. The WMO says this is unlikely to affect temperatures in the early 2020s. The WHO has repeatedly stressed that the industrial and economic slowdown from COVID-19 is not a substitute for sustained and coordinated climate action, said Professor Petteri Talas, the WMO's Secretary General. Due to the very long lifetime of CO2 in the atmosphere, the impact of the drop in emissions this year is not expected to lead to a reduction of CO2 atmospheric concentrations, which are driving global temperature increases. Whilst COVID-19 has caused a severe international health and economic crisis, failure to tackle climate change may threaten human well-being, ecosystems, and economies for centuries. Governments should use the opportunity to embrace climate action as part of recovery programs and ensure that we grow back better, he said. If the 1.5 Celsius threshold is broken in one of the coming years, the experts stress it won't mean the targets are invalid. However, it will once again underline the urgency of significant emissions cuts to prevent a long-term move to this more dangerous, warmer world. So what do you think of this situation with the climate crisis? I know a lot of people were thinking, with the inactivity of humans, might have actually reversed some of the effects, but this is really only just a stopgap measure. As the countries start to open up again, we've seen China become more polluted, and we've seen other countries such as the US become more polluted as well. What do you think we need to do in order to deal with the climate changes, and are you actually scared for the future and for your children or grandchildren if you have them? Whatever you think, leave your comments down below. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe.